Oh. Uh-huh. Alright. Hello everyone. Richard Hafer here. Today I decided to do something different. I'm gonna make the music a bit quieter. To do something different. Not play any game, but I felt like I wanted to share my thoughts to the world. Gonna rank all sorts of stuff, like campaigns, weapons, most of the characters, including infected and some of the NPCs, even survival maps, and perhaps more. This I'm also gonna make a YouTube video out of this. So yeah, I already shared this live stream everywhere right now. Campaigns. This will be interesting. Because I do have not the same opinion as everyone else, to be fair, in some sort of subjects here. If you guys have any more ideas, by the way, then just leave, this live stream, leave a message in the chat. I'm gonna try to find more topics to talk about after these 4 tier lists. And yeah, I guess we should start right into this. Oh, someone said they are first. Welcome. All right, so I guess I shall begin with the campaigns. The first one that we have here is already Blood Harvest. I have a bit of a mixed opinion on this campaign. It used to be my favorite L4D2 campaign, but I kind of slowly changed my mind because of all the flaws it kind of has. So firstly, I will talk about the positive aspects of every campaign first. So I mean, the map, just as the 4 main L4D2 campaigns, the campaign is 5 maps long, right? And you pretty much go through a forest until you eventually end up at that goddamn farmhouse. Now, the first chapter is, especially L4D2, a pretty dangerous one because of the chargers and versus mode. That's actually absolutely dreadful. I also like the idea that you're just going through a gray dead forest. The infected have come from the city, probably, and they're refugee or whatever. Try to. Blood Harvest does play well in versus, except for the finale. I have never seen a single finale game reaching the farmhouse. Okay, so I did, but nobody ever even survived it. I've never ever seen that before, because usually at the beginning, at the train tracks, someone always gets charged down the goddamn hill and dies instantly. It was a bit ported badly to L4D2. They should have added maybe more railings there for it to be secure. But in general, the finale is pretty cool in co-op. I really like it. It always reminds me of Black Ops 2 Zombies, the farm map. I love that one, and that's why I love this finale. You have enough space to walk around. Hello X CD222. Rhapsodic, the way to the finale is long. True. That's why I said, right? Versus, that's a nightmare. And oh yeah, I forgot about that one thing. Before the finale, there's a horde event, right, with the birds. That was not in L4D2. Like, the birds were there, I think, but they didn't spawn a horde, so that also kind of sucks. Then the 4th map before the finale has a horde event at the end, which makes absolutely no sense, right? Like, you just go out of a window and a horde spawns. Okay, it's not infinite, by the way. Once a player reaches the safe room, it will stop. Also, just reminding you guys, there's a bit of a delay on the stream, so forgive me if I seem to respond only half a minute later. Then, yeah, the other chapters, like chapter 1, 2, and 3, they're pretty good. Completely fine in my opinion. They play well. Yeah, so I think Blood Harvest has its place. It's not perfect. Yeah, I will also leave out survival out of this rating in particular because, as I said, I have my own survival tier list here. All right. And Scavenge. Who cares about Scavenge, really? Yeah. So, I think Blood Harvest is solid. Not bad. Not perfect. I think I would put it in B, guys. Another reason as to why I would put it in B is because it's just mostly gray and like the same areas, kind of, right? I mean, it's like there's not too much variety, really. Many people think Blood Harvest overrated. Yeah, that's how it was for me. I liked it too much for some reason. Now I understood that, yeah, it's probably No Mercy is better. What do you guys think of this placement, B? B for Blood Harvest? Yeah. Alright. I think this is something we can agree upon. Yeah. Then next... Oh boy, Coldstream. I actually think this campaign is overhated a bit. It's not good, don't get me wrong. But it's also not that terrible. Like, it just feels like when you just want to play on like easy or normal and just want to kill a lot of zombies or something, you just play this map because it spawns so many, like it has so many events, like a crescendo event every map. The finale is the perished, what do you call it, gauntlet event. It's a type of gauntlet. Hello, BT Gamer. Coldstream C tier, definitely D for me. The fact that they removed the witches from the campaign entirely is kind of meh. It removes that aspect of the game, right? Then you have that set tank spawns. The game itself, the campaign itself is kind of fun, but like there's so many weird quirks about it. Like, let's go from map to map, right? The first map is actually okay. The goddamn tree part where you're slowed down, that's annoying, especially in versus. You can kind of end up in a loop if you're unlucky. The bunker event is stupid. Like, you just have to open it slightly and then there's common effect. They just storm out of a safe room and down there, and then they come from like all sides. It's actually horrible. Then the second map is okay, but the last, like the end event is pretty brutal, especially on higher difficulties. Versus on this campaign is horrible. The third map on the bridge, right? Also very dangerous on versus. And then campaign mode is just kind of, yeah, two big events in one map. Like, why would you spam so much, right? And well, considering this is a community made map, I don't know if it's fair to judge it that harshly, but considering Valve looked at it and put it in the game for some reason, instead of like any other good custom campaign out there that was made back then. I think Coldstream was added in 2012, right? Someone just said put it in B tier. Excuse me? I don't think anyone wants it in B tier, really. But yeah. I would say, like, the finale is fun somewhere, but... man. I don't know. I'm thinking if I should put it in C or D. One of the two, right? Or D for me. Alright, I'll put it in D. Like, even though I somewhere respect this map, it's not good. It's not good, but it's also not super terrible. Coldstream is dead stream, yeah. Nobody plays it. But honestly, I do see like a versus match of it almost always in the lobby. The matchmaking, whatever. Yeah, I think most people can agree that it would be D, or for some even C if they like maybe some aspects of it. Now, Crash Courses can be put in D. No, come on. Like, Crash Course, goddamn, the finale. Why did they decide to make the second chapter so long? They should have just made it like almost every other map where, you know, I don't know. They should have split up the second map, and then if it would have 3 maps, that second map before the finale would have its own event, right? And then the campaign is just kind of bland and boring. You just go through the same sort of warehouses, industrial part of the city. The event in the first map is quite cool though. It can be cheesed, right? Crash Course gotta have a separate tier. Actually, yeah, true. Not gonna lie. This... I mean, is it really that terrible? Like, I don't know. Which is left better than the one? Yeah, left is better than the one on the right. So Crash Course is just below Coldstream. Also, how the fuck? Add a row above, add a row below. Alright, you know what? This deserves its own tier. Crash Course. Because it's just terrible. Alright, you know, I might as well change the color to purple. Because it isn't used yet. But yeah, I'm not gonna say much of this campaign. Nobody really likes it. And that's fair. Dark Carnival. Oh. Okay, so I might have a controversial opinion about this, but Dark Carnival... Okay, so I will just talk about it for a bit, right? So all the maps are actually okay. I would say it's really great how Valve was able to pull off this carnival setting, right? Literally a lot of the assets in this map were just made for this map. You have lots of variety in the campaign. You first have the streets, highway, motel. Then you have the, enter the carnival, Kiddieland. Then you have the Tunnel of Love. Then a goddamn roller coaster event, which is still, in my opinion, one of my favorite events in the game. It's just so cool, especially on Versus. It can be so exciting. Knowing that usually for some reason at the roller coaster, for me at least, the points between both teams are almost always so close. So that's what makes the roller coaster so intense. Holy shit, the game is on the line. I think Dark Carnival pulls that off really well. It's a really great campaign, but it's overplayed. True. And the finale is cool. Until you figure out that you can camp at the top where the military sniper is. Ram for Death, I like Dark Carnival. Yeah, that's, I guess, common, right? Opinion. But yeah, I was about to say, the finale is pretty cheesable if you just camp. But that's kind of boring, so I see a lot of people do not do that. At best, I see one person always camp there in almost every game I play of the Dark Carnival finale. But in Versus, it can obviously be dangerous if you get pulled off. Finale is pretty big and open. What do you call those? Finale is too easy in Versus. Not really. I was about to say those forklifts that the tank can throw. They're only 2 or 3 throwables in the whole area, but they still somehow always manage to hit people. I don't know how people do that. I can never hit people with them. But the finale itself is just cool, right? Being in a goddamn cool showdown. Being in this cool concert, loud ass music blasting. Did I even touch the lore aspect of every campaign? I mean, we don't even need to talk about the Left 4 Dead 1 campaign's lore because they're just connected really weirdly. They use an airplane to escape from somewhere and suddenly they end up in a forest. Whatever. Dark Carnival, yeah, it's good, but obviously one more thing that people... Okay, so the thing I think that the campaign gets criticized the most for is the crescendo event in the 4th map. Cross-stream, in my opinion, should be put Crash Course. The concert is definitely my favorite finale. Yeah. Well, I don't want to put Coldstream in Crash Course because... it's not that terrible. There's actually a campaign in between them Damn it was called, right? Oh yeah. Well, I don't. Even if it's canon, I wouldn't really count it as uh like official since it's not really in the game and people you don't really know about it unless you actually get told about it, I guess. Whatever. But yeah, the Barnes. Okay, the Barnes is the only chapter in Dark Carnival that I do not like. So in campaign mode it's fine. If you bring a Baljar, it's even better because you can basically just make the event fucking nothing. If you don't have a Baljar and you're playing on a higher difficulty, well, good luck. On versus though, nah. Like when someone gets charged off the roofs of that large, like what do you call it, like barn, yeah, that's just not fun. Like they just lose like 1/4 of the progress in the map, right? And then they most likely also go down from fall damage, and you gotta go back down, revive them, and you could have an endless loop of that happening if the infected team constantly dies and gets a charger. And that's just not fun. Then the Barnes event in general, like on versus, you don't get a Baljar in the map. You just don't get it because in Dark Carnival you only get Baljars in like the first or second map, if I remember correctly. So yeah, I didn't have many games where my team actually survived that event, and neither the enemy team. So yeah, Dark Carnival overall is very good. In my opinion, not perfect because of that Barnes chapter. Cool finale, cool aesthetics, good lore. Like the survivors actually have a goal from the start, right? They see those lights from the distance, from the highway, oh, whatever. I'm noticing this. I'm realizing my words are all like different. Like I talk about this topic in one moment and the other. A tier. Yeah, I was thinking about A tier. I was like S for S. If I wanted to put it in S, the 4th chapter would have to be good, but it's not really. Like I mean, at least for me, I know this is my own personal tier list, kind of, but I still want to be somewhat objective, or like what most people think. But S for me is like that a campaign really has to be like nearly perfect. It has to be really good for it to be S. Because I see that a lot, especially on like anime rankings where people put like 1,000,000 animes and 10 out of 10. Like, no, bro, no, not that many can be perfect. Whatever. Barn is mid compared to the rest. Yeah. I would say, unfortunately, the Barnes takes the campaign down. So yeah, this is my position of the map. Pretty solid. Well, very good overall. Dead Air. I never actually thought about how much fun or good I think Dead Air is. It's very different for every other campaign. Like, obviously, that's one of the massive plus points for Left 4 Dead. Each campaign has its own style and environment, kind of. And Dead Air, you know, you're in a burning city, ashes falling from the sky. Everything is kind of red and orange. It feels pretty dreadful. They nailed the atmosphere perfectly. The airport environment is pretty good. All the maps, I don't have a single complaint. Like, I would say not too fun about Dead Air, because every time I've run it on Xbox versus I always get a tank in the start. It just becomes a waiting game. The metal detector, that is hell. Yeah, that's like another thing they forced into the Left 4 Dead 2 port. But I don't remember I don't remember where you can get Baldur's in this map. In this whole campaign, really. But yeah, I think in campaign, in the co-op mode, the campaign is fine. It's really good. Finale is pretty open and easy. Maybe even too easy. Who knows? And Versus is kind of horrible because, okay, only the finale though. Okay, it's not that bad, but let's be real, open white spots and versus always are kind of meh, because you can, all the survivors could just stay in like one open area, and what can the infected team do, right? Unless they do a really coordinated attack. However, when a tank spawns, you can use those throw bolts, which can make some disastrous damage. I've seen that happen before. And then the other maps, yeah, I got the first map is good, short. It's like an introduction, kind of like the first No Mercy map. You go over roofs. Second map, what was the second map? Ah, yeah. Then you go also over into the apartments, the roofs. That event on the roof is pretty cool. I absolutely love that one. The only way to improve this finale is add another tank. Ah, you mean like 2 tanks at once? Absolutely, I agree with you. That would make the finale much better, because you also have like that whole area from that spot where the safe room is, right? That's all. There's also a huge area that people never usually go to. They always stay near the plane. My English. So yeah. I was about to say, yeah, the roof event is pretty cool, dangerous and versus. I like that though. Then the third map is the one with the sort of getting to the airport. The first event in that map is pretty well done. I don't have a problem with it. Then yeah, it's just really solid overall. The fourth map as well, pretty fun. I don't have, it's still S for me. I don't have much complaints about this campaign, really. I'm thinking if whether A or S, because for S, like, does it really have any major flaws? I mean, sure, the event in the fourth map is kind of trash. It's kind of the same issue with Dark Carnival. But it is kind of, might be less worse. Okay, I'm only putting it here right now. I'm just still thinking. H here. So, is this gonna be the same issue with the fourth map bringing the whole campaign down? Like, just like with Dark Carnival? So no complaints, true. I don't mind that event though, really. Like, it's not that bad. Dark Carnival, Dead Air. Okay, guys. So what do you guys think? So you said XCD said S, Rhapsodaki said A. Anyone else who is watching, what do you guys think? Maybe even it's B? Maybe someone doesn't like it, maybe someone loves it. I'm just reading chat, so I don't have a second monitor, but I got an ultra-wide monitor. Both of them are S tiered for me, despite the issues. Dark Carnival is better. Sorry, you kind of threw me off because you don't. Yeah, sorry, that was kind of, how do you call it? I contradicted myself there. Just kind of fun, kind of nervous. All right. Dark Carnival's better. All right, so I personally do feel comfortable with putting Dead Air here. It's good, but the fourth map, 2 events in a row, it's kind of and then the second event being that crazy. All right, I wonder if you guys would agree with this. I know some of you said S, but yeah, I will try to not. I try to actually figure out what my opinion is before beginning to ramble and yapping. All right, Dead Center. That's an S tier for me immediately. Dead Center is my favorite campaign in the whole Left 4 Dead franchise. I love it. I've played it countless times. I've probably played it more than all other campaigns combined. The first map is cool. Yeah, you just found out right when you said it. I put Dead Center S tier. Now that you post the comment in the chat. The first map is like so cool with the hotel. They nailed the atmosphere. They nailed the introduction to the tier 1 weapons at first, because melee weapons are new to Left 4 Dead 2 back then. You get to know the characters. Like they have Left 4 Dead Center is a special thing in the first 2 maps where the characters actually have special voice lines. Like they don't call each other by the actual names. They just kind of say, "Hey you," or like they don't know each other very well, which is really cool, a nice detail. Then they also call the infected some other names other than the actual names. I put Dead Center in A because I just don't like Scavenge Finale. I love everything except this Scavenge Finale. Oh, that's a respectable opinion. Like I personally find Scavenge Finale super cool, but I understand why some people would dislike them, because it's just running around. It's just like Bill says, for people like what was his voice line again? Something with like idiots running around to fill a generator with gas. That's literally what it is. And you like Whittaker? Yeah, same. He's a pretty cool guy. It's honestly comical, like literally really funny how like they're just the idea of 4 people risking their lives just to get some cola to a guy. Like, bruh, that's that's honestly such a typical, like that's something you can only see in a zombie movie or game, and I think they just nailed that perfectly. Like malls are also popular or like well known, like not well known, but what do you call it? Malls are pretty like a zombie genre type of thing. You have quite a few movies with malls, because malls are just a really good place to stay in a zombie apocalypse, right? You have everything. Yeah, let's go on to the maps itself. So the first map is cool in co-op and versus. Versus, obviously really dangerous, getting charged out of the window, whatever. Co-op is just cool introduction there. And the second map, the streets, way longer than the first map, but the events is really cool. Then you have the third map, the mall, really good. The finale, in my opinion, is one of the best designed in the game, where even in a lot I would honestly even say that the finale map is one of the best zombie maps in gaming, because hear me out, there's not many maps in games where you have multiple floors, but you still don't get confused by the layout. Like usually a map in any video game, it doesn't have that many floors, right? And you can usually map it out, but the Dead Center finale, you have like, you have 3 floors you can traverse to. Actually, it's 4, but the 4th one is not accessible. Kind of sucks. Then you just, I don't know, there's so many things you can do in the finale. There's so many tricks you can learn. You can do a shortcut here. You can do a jump over there. You can, I don't know, you can save someone from the other side of the map. It's just so well designed. It's just always so fun, in my opinion. Like, absolutely great finale. I think Valve nailed that one. I love the finale map itself. I just don't like the gas cans. Yeah, Scavenge is just that type of thing where you either love it or hate it. As I said, I love it. But yeah. I just really saw the campaign overall. Then Death Toll. Gosh, I used to despise this map, and you want to know why? Just because when I was younger, I actually found it scary. Like I was legit. I found this campaign so depressing. It somehow had to me the most depressing vibe. whenever I played it, bro, my mood would just go down. Not just because of the like campaign, but just because of how depressing it is, bro. But now that I'm older, I would say it's a pretty solid map, but it has, again, like, actually, now that I'm making this tier list, I'm noticing this. Why do two, okay, actually three, DevTools B tier for me. Okay, why do already three Left 4 Dead 1 campaigns have a crescendo event before the finale? That's actually, I just realized that. Valve must have done that on purpose, bro. There's no way. But anyways, the maps, like the locations you go to are pretty. There's a lot of variety. Like first you just tunnel, then sewers, but then slowly you reach the town. No, then you reach a train station. Sorry, I think it was, yeah, or whatever it can be called. Then you reach the town soon. The church event is pretty cool. The event in the sewers is pretty dangerous in Left 4 Dead 2 port. They removed a lot of the safety. The church Christian event is cool. Yeah, the better safe than sorry NPC. Kind of a weird NPC when you think about it, but it absolutely fits. Like I can imagine someone in real life, if this scenario would happen, that they would go crazy like that and be absolutely insecure after they got bitten. The church guy character makes it a realistic zombie game. Yeah, absolutely. I can absolutely imagine something like this happening. Like, yeah. That reminds me, I recently saw an add-on called Religious Special Infected. It's for Left 4 Dead 1, I think death toll only. Maybe even for that map only. And it's kind of funny. You just see like hunters, like the Boomer and Smoker, all with like crosses and like church clothing. It's kind of funny. It's pretty cool mod. I found that amusing. The town, I really don't have many issues with any chapter. They're just not the best. They're not bad. They're just all average. Like not really average too. They play well, but I would say slightly above average. So I haven't, for me, B tier high and A low tier. Okay. I haven't talked about the finale yet. The finale, I find it pretty cool, being at like the you know, at the waters and having that cozy house, which has a ton of spots the infected can break through. Holy fuck. Kind of really fun in versus. You do have a lot of space to fight tanks with, but there's a lot of bushes, a lot of obstacles. So infected can spawn everywhere, and also in versus it's actually fine. Yeah, it's just really solid overall. But it's I would say it's better than Blood Harvest simply because the finale in versus isn't fucking like unplayable. So yeah, every chapter in this campaign is playable. It doesn't have any cheesy instant kill spots, really annoying things. It's really good. I hope you guys can agree with this. Alright, yeah, B tier. Alright, so I literally did what XCD said. I'm glad we both can agree on that. Alright. Sorry guys, I just opened it up. Hard Rain. Ah, yeah. Hard Rain, guys. I really love this campaign, but I find it sad that it gets kind of shit on just because of the oh my god, fuck, the fog thing is so annoying, you can't see shit. Like, yeah, but hotel. Oh wait, it's hotel. Oh, whatever. What's up, hotel? But yeah, I was about to say, Hard Rain. I love the atmosphere in this campaign. I love rain. So this campaign is just perfect. Like I think it nails the storm setting perfectly. Like you have it's just a really special campaign overall. It's the only campaign that does something like this, that you go to a place 2 chapters and then go back 2 chapters. And even though it's kind of the same layout and way back, it's basically a different environment, right? Flooding, massive rain. And each time the storm hits, I legit to this day still think to myself, oh shit, I quickly gotta get under shelter. And if that like feeling of dread, seeing a horde appear out of the fog, oh my god. Like, I just know I'm like, fuck, dude. Hard Rain is 8 tiers really good. A B tier from me. Okay, guys. I did praise it so much right now, but okay, I do have to agree that the finale is the finale is just boring. Like, it's not bad, but it's a weak finale. That's the only thing that brings this campaign down for me, I would say. Because you just go to the burger tank and then it's just a holdout finale. The occasional storm, 2 1-tank events, that's it. You just camp on the roof. Whatever. But other than that, the campaign is good, actually. But I hate the water slows you down. That's like the sort of thing, right? That you can only dislike it, really. Like, I mean, nobody loves getting slowed down, right? But I think it's a important aspect to the campaign, because it gives you the incentive to like get on things, choose the upper ways, right, on all the railings, whatever. So I honestly would have put it in S tier maybe, but man, I don't know. The finale brings it down. You can't light tags on fire. Oh yeah. I never thought about that, lol. That's an interesting point. Oh yeah. Speaking of tanks, I think in Hard Rain, like almost every map can have a tank, right? I don't know. Except for actually the first map can have a tank, I'm pretty sure. Also, fun fact, guys, when you go into the 4th map or the finale map and you use Snow Club, you will actually notice that basically when you're in the finale map, the whole 4th map is still rendered. Like, and also in the 4th map, you also have the finale, which means that Valve probably originally planned to have those 2 chapters together. And just imagine, like, this would have been a case of Crash Course again, right? Like a really long map with a finale at the end. Ugh, that's trash. Putting Hard Rain S tier is a crime. True, maybe. Yeah, okay. I understand the flaws, man. All right. I personally will put it with a bit of a heavy heart in A, below these 2. Crash Course and Crash Course Nice, yeah. This is my opinion on Hard Rain. I just love it. Even though it only has like, yeah, 1 event maybe, but whatever. The atmosphere, the rain, the new environment, the item backtracking, it all makes it so special to me. I love this one. Did we really already do 5, 6, 7, 8? Oh, alright, this is going by. The Sacrifice. Now, ironically enough, this is the least played campaign of mine. Literally every time I play through this map, I still find some new side room that I've never seen before, and I think to myself, whoa, this is cool, kind of. Like, after having played the game for so long, seeing something new again, like in the environment, is kind of, oh, alright. But yeah, the Sacrifice, obviously, big lore thing. Bale dies. Rest in peace to the voice actor. Let's have a moment of silence. Thank you. B for Left 4 Dead 2, C for Left 4 Dead 1. Like, the first and second map are long, and you have respective events on each. Sorry, guys. Then I'm ranking it based on the games I've played. All right. I'm kind of ranking them by the map themselves. Finale, Cynic, True. Let me think, because that's like right. I literally have not played this campaign enough that it even is in my memory the exact way. Mm-hmm. All right. So the first map is pretty. The first two maps are pretty long. You could even call them a slog. At some point, the second map has that. Wait, no. The first map has that brutal event with the tank. If you play the lone gunman mutation, that is literally impossible for the Baljar. They like the first two maps are fine. They have their own kind of spots. Like on the second map, you have that whole huge mountain of what was it? You know, with the crane. That's a really dangerous spot on versus because you get slowed down. Like the two maps are okay. They have a bit of variety in the environment. And versus it's kind of playable. And yeah, the finale. So the finale, I find the finale a bit weird. So I always thought that when you start like 3 generators at the same time, it would spawn 3 tanks at the same time. But from my experience, that is not what happens. What it does is spawn those 3 tanks, but like in a row, I think. Like, I don't remember ever seeing 2 or 3 tanks in that campaign. Like only when you actually lowered the bridge, if a few tanks will spawn. Yeah, but actually starting the gens is kind of weird. I think the finale would be way better if it spawned already before that, or also multiple tanks. Dark and Hard Range should be an S. I was thinking about Hard Rain being an S, right? But and Dark Khan will also not. You gotta go back in the live stream. I think you can do that, right? Yeah. Right now, or watch the video later. Sacrifice. Now, another thing about the finale that's unique, right, is that you need 2 people alive. If you start, say, 4-player mode, whatever, and obviously 3 people die, the finale is over, you restart. It will give you a message, right? Because obviously someone has to sacrifice themselves. So the campaign has a unique aspect, starting the gens, but yeah. I just find it unfortunate that it would have been so cool if you had that option of spawning multiple tanks if you wanted to. But whatever. If they somehow made the finale with a more dramatic scene, I would put this in S. So I constantly had this comment in mind to Tao. I do agree the ending scene, like it's at least something, right? It's the person that goes to the gen, they just go down and a shit ton of comments spawn and they just beat them up in front of the camera as it zooms back. It's always kind of cheesy in its own way, but it's acceptable for a dramatic scene, I guess. And it is really cool that they give us the option in the game to decide who sacrificed himself, even though canonically it's Bill. So it's not S. It's like it's a bit of a short one, right? I mean, it is completely good for a campaign. It doesn't have any major flaws like maybe some of those below. So I would put it between here. Oops. Come on. I would put it between here because Death Toll is just a bigger and more variety type of campaign. Blood Harvest has the shitty event, kind of like just the finale being kind of meh in versus and stuff like that, like what I discussed earlier, right? So and the sacrifice is just good overall. Like it doesn't have any major flaws. So C tier for you, Hotel. I respect that, but I personally think it's B. between these two. It's a good spot. No Mercy. No. Come on, it is S. It's the first campaign. The classic. It's just really good overall. Literally the most beautiful campaign in the entire franchise. Has so much detail, especially in the first 3 maps. And the hospital also, actually, never mind, the hospital also really cool. It just looks really good. The gameplay is good. It's... I still put it below Dead Center though. Because Dead Center is just my go-to campaign. I always play this one. Whereas No Mercy, I always play this one. Like, if I want to play L4D2 campaign. Now, what can you say about No Mercy that hasn't been said before, right? Oh, you can't see S tier? Ah, sorry. Sorry, Lloyd. Alright. What hasn't been said about it before? Like, you have 5 chapter long campaign. Each map is long except for the first one, sorry. They're all detailed. It has a good environment. It has pretty cool events. I don't know, there's not much to complain about, really. The only thing that can be annoying is tank spawns, but come on, that's RNG, right? There's not much you can do about that. That's just the director fucking you over. The same could be said about Dead Center, where the map actually has a, what was it? I think 30% chance to spawn a tank at the fucking hotel map, but only at the bottom floor. So yeah, No Mercy, like, I don't know, there's not many complaints. So the ladder in the sewer can be a bit annoying, but let's be real, you can survive that if you have a Molotov, or if you have, I don't know, if the team just works together. It's pretty doable. Yeah, that's just my ranking. I'm curious, what made you choose Dead Center higher than No Mercy? Well, like I said, Dead Center, it's mostly for my biased view on Left 4 Dead 2 being better overall. Like, I just like the characters more. I like the more light-hearted way of Left 4 Dead 2 campaigns being in, and also not being that depressing, like being in day. I just prefer all that over the Left 4 Dead 1 stuff. Even though No Mercy is very good at what it wants to be and what it does. I didn't even say anything about the finale yet, because, like, I don't know, the campaign is just good. Right? So yeah, that's why I put Dead Center above No Mercy. Like, better. Yeah, do you guys have any complaints? Or what is your opinion on the campaign as a whole? I'm looking at chat, boys. Also, did I really disable the music entirely? I did. Okay. Like, I know you guys said it's S and C or maybe B, A, whatever, but is it for the same opinion as mine, or like views? Is it just because it's a really solid, good starter map? But start a ladder, everyone gets freed out. But start a ladder. Oh, sorry, Hotel. What do you mean by that? Do you mean the sewer ladder that I talked about? All right. Anyways, I think we should move on, because I don't want this live stream to be like 1,000,000 hours long. The Last Stand. It's not as bad as people say. Like, it's not S or A. It's unfortunately too short. The second map is a difficult finale. with the many tanks and just generally dangerous lighthouse because of chargers. Less than a C. Yeah, I was thinking about that too. C. Less than a D. Oh, you would even put it in D, Robster Jockey. Okay. I would say it's like a better. I would say it's like Crash Course, but better. So that's why I put it in C instead of Crash Course or D or even D. The first map is, in my opinion, the best of the campaign. Like the finale has its own is just difficult, and yeah, it is a bit special with the maybe tank rock music, whatever, and double tanks, whatever. But the first map is just pretty. I just think it has a good flow, right? You have the cool event with starting the generators and all that stuff. It's a short campaign that you just kind of sometimes play, or if you want a quick versus match, this campaign is also perfect instead of Crash Course, bro. The Last Frontier achievement makes me hate it. Wait, the Last Frontier achievement? What was that again? Let me look that up. So after that campaign on expert realism. Ah, okay. I did not make myself suffer through that. I can absolutely understand though. Holy fuck. This finale on expert realism. Nah. Nah. I wouldn't even dare to do that to myself. So yeah. Now I understand why you would put it at D, bro. But yeah, I don't care about achievements usually, so I'm putting it at C, right? Do you guys want to move on to the parish? Had to cheat. You? Ah, to even get the achievement? Damn. Damn. Alright, the parish. Oops. Okay. Definitely A or S. Yeah, but okay, the parish. The last canon L4D2 campaign for the second group we ever got. Now, for some people, they would straight away say, "Oh, it's A or S." I'm actually thinking right now. So the map. Honestly. Okay, so let me talk about the positives first. The campaign overall has its own really unique aesthetic and place, being in New Orleans. From everything I read online too, that's also pretty accurate. Like, you know, the cemetery and the bridge and the town or city, whatever you want to call it. It has a good flow, good balance. The finale is cool, really cool. Probably one of the best. I put Parish before the Carnival. Okay. Hotel, having. But now, alright. So I think it's really good. But now my complaints about it, they are maybe kind of weird. But hear me out, okay? So first, the inconsistency of map length. Why is the first map so goddamn short, and then the rest of the campaign is so long? Then secondly, the second map, the park, has a massive balance issue in versus. After the park, there's that one tent, right? And there's always two medkits. It's literally impossible to kill a survivor on this map, unless of course the survivors are super bad, or you get a tank in the event, which happens very often in my experience. And that's also where most of the wipes happen. Then the rest of the campaign is actually pretty solid. I think that's okay. But yeah, those are actually my only complaints. As for the bridge and versus, it's pretty good. The survivors, you know, it's like Dead Center Hotel. For the first half of the bridge, there's so much danger of getting charged off. It all makes it kind of more exciting and also nervous and nerve-wracking. So the survivors got to be really careful. It brings a more fun aspect of teamwork. I actually find it way better when a survivor actually dies in that finale, because that's what makes it like so much more exhilarating. Um, especially when the tank spawns, but that's really fun. The first and second map were originally meant to be in one chapter. Really? Really short as one of its downsides. Yeah. I did not know that. I can imagine that though. Honestly, they should have done that. The first and second map combined, that they should have done that. It would have made the length of the maps all like be kind of the same, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, those are my only complaints. Now, I am the parish A tier, the parish is S tier. I am okay, so I'm just gonna put it here right now. Okay, so oh, come on, guys. But Valve, AK Bridge or Triple Slaughter. I love the finale. Same. Valve thought that the chapter will be too long. Bro, yeah, okay, I understand that, but like, did they not think the same about the chapter with the parking lot? That chapter is also super long. Like, Valve is kind of stupid for doing that, not combining the first two chapters, I guess. Alright, sorry, I gotta scroll down here so I can see, okay, chat. It's like, this is it, we're gonna get out of your feeling. Yep, exactly. And also, that's one thing I wonder about. Like, we pretty much never got a conclusion. What happened to the survivors after they perished, right? They either got killed by the military, or they are still alive but used for tests and experiments because they're, they have like immunity, or they crashed again, or they got to an island, or actually I think the military had a base on an island or whatever. But whatever, that's just it. I don't know. That's just kind of a lore thing. Like, I would find it really sad if this virus died. All right. Now, can I really put it in S tier with those two rather big flaws that I mentioned? I'm struggling, guys. Okay, so is it really perfect? I mean, other than that, the rest is really good. So you know what? Those are kind of minor. Okay, so the medkit issue in the park map kind of balances out with the event and tank, right? Like I said, but then the first map being short, okay, it's a thing, but I don't know. It's here only if you have flaws about it. All right. You changed my mind. It's true. S has to be almost nearly perfect. So I would say below Parish, below Dark Carnival, because Dark Carnival doesn't have these sort of consistency issues. It doesn't. All the maps are lengthy on Dark Carnival, and I feel like Dark Carnival is more special in its, place where it is a carnival. The parish also kind of, but you only care really about that if you actually come from New Orleans or whatever. So yeah, that's my thing. Alright, we're moving on to Swamp Fever, guys, I guess. Yeah, as you guys can see, I'm not the type of guy to hate a lot of campaigns. I've kind of seen a lot of tier lists where it was more to the middle. There was a lot, and then it goes down, right? Actually, this one is kind of the same, I guess. Swamp Fever. I am. The water slowdown can be annoying. The finale has a long way to it. And the map looks absolutely ugly. Like, you can see out of bounds so easily. Like, holy fuck. It has its own unique place. With a swamp being all like everything being wet and like hot, and then yeah, just going for a swamp. Despite map 2 having the same issue as hardware in terms of tank being on fire, wind and water. True. The finale is beautiful. I don't know. It at least introduced the best NPC in the Left 4 Dead franchise, Virgil. Yeah. I don't like the finale swap here. True. The finale with the double tank, that's really cool. That's what they should have done, like we said earlier, in Dead Air. But yeah, I find the first map to be solid because you can usually ignore water, unlike the second map, which fucking forces you to go into water usually. Especially after the plane. The plane event is good. And versus the whole campaign plays quite well, I would say. Despite the slowdown issues. Whenever a tank comes, you just kind of get out of water. You just know you gotta do that. It definitely deserves B tier. Yeah, I was thinking putting it in beer. Beer. Yeah, beer. Alright, I gotta drink a beer for this later. Alright. Not A, not C. It's good, but not great or perfect. But now where exactly should I put it? Okay, it's Alright, so the sacrifice. Wait a minute. I'm thinking if I should move sacrifice. So I'm currently thinking to place it here, worst of B tier. You know what? But I mean, it doesn't have a... Okay. 80% of the map is just ugly. I mean, what do you mean in terms of ugly? I mean, isn't the swamp meant to be... Oh, aesthetically. Aesthetically, okay. Yeah. I mean, swamp isn't necessarily a beautiful place, isn't it? Is it now? You know what? I'll agree with you. Swamp Fever at the end of B. Its Blood Harvest is better. Like all of these three are better. Maybe the main reason is because of water. Every map doesn't feel unique. Yeah, the second and third map are pretty much the same looking, except for the little town, the living place, but not town, but you know, the residents, the village there or whatever. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this placement. Sorry, Robster Ducky, I don't think it's better than the sacrifice. Alright. The passing. Alright. Hate me or love it, or love me, but for this opinion, I mean. But I am putting the passing in A tier. Now, let me explain, okay? I love this campaign because firstly, the survivors meet up. That's really cool. Then, the style of the campaign. You have the rain. You have this sort of... You're in this part of the town, where the city, like kind of sort of downtown part. Then you have the rain. You have these cool bloom effects. You have the campaign feels like a power fantasy, right? You have so many. You have those lockers. The one survivors helping in the finale. The finale is scavenge finale, but it's different and special because As I said, there's unique dialogue between the survivors, which makes you want to replay the finale just to hear them all. Then there's these little secrets where you can give the Left 4 Dead 1 survivors pills in the finale. For some reason, you can right-click them. For example, Lewis, you can give him pills. And oh my god, the second map is one of my favorite maps in the game. It's long, but for some reason, the second map, oh my god, it's so fun in Versus. The second map, it's long, but oh my god, that event always makes it so intense. It's always that event always makes it such a struggle for survival, especially in Versus. You're just like on the end of your fucking limit, and you're just beating your way through there, and it's either you all get wiped, or you absolutely fight your way through the hordes and make it to the end, and then you just let out that long sigh of relief and get all that points. and then in campaign mode, when you play it on expert or something, that's also the same. Oh yeah, and you can see that build. That's a cool detail at at that room next to close to the generator, right? Yeah. The first map is pretty cool with the wedding bride. You gotta wonder where the groom is. Imagine if there was also like a groom zombie, but let's be real, she probably ran away. That's probably why she's crying. Imagine you take out the pills from him before getting Lewis and he gets That has to be like a mod. I can imagine us pulling out pills in that finale, like Lewis reaches out suddenly like a monster with his long ass arms across the map and just snatches them from you. So that should be Mimi. Alright. But yeah, I love this campaign. It's good. It's great. And both modes. Dude, you really put passing by the hard rain. Yes, actually, wait a minute. I was so deep in my own thoughts for this mind that I didn't look at the tier list properly. Alright, you're right. Actually, no, yeah, you're right. I'm putting it after hard rain. Right. Yeah. Why did I even put it there? Okay, sorry, guys. Now, I praise this campaign way more than hard rain. Yeah, to be fair. Hard rain, only finale is boring. Passing is pretty good in every way. Actually, now that I think about it, holy shit. Nah, man, I'm putting it even above Dead Air. Yeah. There's not much I dislike about this campaign. So yeah. The finale is better than both of these two. The chapters are long, but they do well. Of influence a lot of his decision making. Yeah, true. That's good though, because I can imagine myself looking at this tier list like a few days later and I think to myself, what the fuck was I? Where the fuck did I place them? You know? Alright. Still not better than the Parish though, simply because the Parish is just long and he's more polished and everything, and it's also like one of the main campaigns. So yeah. Alright, this is it for campaigns. I will still keep going. Like I said, this tier list is also for characters and stuff. Nah, this live stream has already been 1 hour long. Crazy. Alright, guys. This is my thoughts. You have to collect so many gas cans finale. Well, you said you hated gas cans finales. I don't. I find it cool. I might as well download this image. Alright. Guys, this is my tier list. Alright. Let's go for weapons. Exactly. So, to those of you who have probably already tried to make Left 4 Dead 2 tier lists rankings, you probably recognize this one. Oh man, weapons. They're their own... Weapons, such a subjective topic in Left 4 Dead 2. Obviously some are objectively good, but yeah. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit so you guys can actually see everything. Alright. So I find it good already that this tier list, I didn't make this obviously, that this tier list doesn't have like an F or E, because no weapon in this game is really that terrible that it's literally unusable. All right. Dual pistols. Is there also... Okay, so it's just 2 pistols. Yeah, okay. Dual pistols, well... They serve their place as a starting pistol, starting weapon. They're... Like, you would always want to take a Magnum or melee over pistols. They're going to fucking D. Like, man, it always feels so bad when you're trying to kill a charger with dual pistols. It just feels like you're shooting a bullet sponge. C tier, C tier. I don't agree on that. Like, ironically enough, with the pistols, I have... Oh, fuck. I just activated big picture mode. No. Alright, sorry guys. Ironically enough, I have the most bullets shot with pistols. If we look at my L4D2 stats, let me switch up the window real quick. And go to weapons. Actually, total damage done. Alright. Shots. Never mind. I have the most damage done with pistols for whatever reason. And I have a lot of shots with them. Okay, my most used weapon is the AK. In terms of shots. So yeah. Switching me to tier list. Alright. They suck. For L4D1 at least. Well, this is L4D2 by the name of the stream itself. Yeah. True. Ooh. The live stream tab. Yeah, this is just replacement. They just serve the spot as a starting weapon. What do you want? Now, Magnum. Now, this is kind of hard to rank. Because they are still in the, I think, tier 1 tab, but, or actually, what does the Magnum count as in Left 4 Dead? Is it also a tier 1 weapon? But it's a good tier 1 weapon, right? So anyways, whatever, this is not about tiers, but I would put Magnum in, where should I put it? Wait, Magnum as, I will put it in A tier. Because I prefer melees. Like, there are some melees that I would put in S. Magnum is good as a pistol, but you have only 8 bullets with it. It's kind of inaccurate at times. When you're downed, it's pretty useful, I guess, but it's A, not S. S tier is super useful in realism. I don't play expert realism though. Like, I mean, I think for these weapon tier lists, you would need to make separate ones, like for each sort of game mode, kind of, right? Because, for example, for whatever mode, survival, you would have a bit of a different weapon placement than in campaign or versus. So yeah. I'm just gonna focus on co-op and versus for this. On normal difficulty, alright? Because versus is a normal difficulty. Yeah. So this is good. Silence SMG. B. It's a very good tier 2 weapon. It does... Even though the MP5 is even slightly better perhaps, Silence SMG just has its place. It's honestly one of my favorite weapons because I sometimes play competitively. It's a really good weapon if you don't have any tier 2s. The best one maybe even. Because but let's be real, when do you see a fucking MP5? Uzi, better than nothing, but C tier. It's not terrible. Definitely better than the pistols and some of the melees I'm gonna talk about soon. But yeah. MP5. I am putting slightly above Silence SMG because it does do, as far as I know, a bit more damage, and it is a little bit of a better Silence SMG basically, at least from what I know. C tier. Weapons are still all viable. I mean, you can kill quite a lot of hordes with them, or zombies, and basically buzzing down special effect that works. Keep in mind, I do take your opinions, guys, in account, because like it happened earlier, you can change my mind. But I think as of right now, this is it. Pump shotgun. Wait, silence deals more damage than MP5. Really? That's actually surprising because I thought it did more damage. At least it always felt better whenever I did find it, that is. That's quite interesting. Alright, I'm actually kind of curious about that. So we have damage per shot 26, damage per magazine 1300. So SMG. Alright. Then 25. Okay, no. The MP5 has a slower fire rate than both SMGs. DPS of silence is 400. Ach so. Damage silence 400. Ah, I see what you're getting at. Bruh. Bro, what the fuck are these advertisements? Okay. Okay, I said something that I didn't know. That's interesting. Alright, guys. He changed my mind. I'm putting it below Silence SMG, but now I'm sad because it seems like I always believed in a lie. Fuck me. Alright. Pump shotgun. It really depends on the situation. Like, sometimes I prefer, like, if I only have these two options, sometimes I prefer, depending on a map, I would use the Uzi or pump shotgun, but I'm putting pump shotgun and C below Uzi. Uzi. So I'm gonna turn up the music just slightly. Oh, sorry guys, I don't think I can hear it. Oh, okay. Whatever, I'm muting it. Alright, Chrome Shotgun. Good weapon. I am putting it after Silence SMG because I love the skeet hunters with it. It's so satisfying. Just a pretty good tier 1 shotgun, tier 2 shotgun. No, tier 1 weapon. Fuck. Tier 1 shotgun. My goodness. The better one of these two. Okay, so the thing about these two shotguns is that the Chrome Shotgun has a bit tighter spread, but it does a tiny bit less damage. I think. That's at least how it always was. But Pump Shotgun has a bit of a higher spread, but does more damage as far as I know, even though it's slightly. I want you to answer this with me. I just answered that. Yeah, sorry. The comments are a bit delayed for me. The answers you guys get from me are a bit delayed. So yeah. That's at least what I think these two differences were. Because I looked at the weapon script files. That's exactly what was happening there. Spread is like the size of the crosshair basically. How far from each other the bullets spread. If you know what I mean. Basically where the, a pellet, shotgun pellet, it has multiple tiny bullets, where it like shoots out. Yeah. No question. Alright, you wanna move on to the tier 2 shotguns now. Alright, so I'm gonna tell you guys right now. Alright, less spread is better. Yes. Because it's you have a higher chance of actually hitting the target that you want to shoot at in the middle of your crosshair. These two, it's kind of a personal preference now. Here, it actually has the same thing. I've looked at the weapon scripts of these two weapons. The tactical shotgun shoots 11 bullets per pellet, but the combat shotgun only shoots 9. But the thing is, the combat shotgun does a bit more damage with each bullet, and the tactical shotgun does a bit less damage with each bullet. But therefore, the tactical shotgun is a bit more accurate, and then the combat shotgun is, or actually, yeah, and then the combat shotgun is a bit more less accurate. So, what do you want to choose? It's kind of like pick your poison. So, since these two shotguns are absolutely good, I'm putting them both in A, but because I personally always preferred the tactical shotgun, I'm putting it over the combat shotgun after. Actually, I'm putting the Magnum below this. Alright. Yeah. I prefer the combat shotgun due to the sound. True, it does feel satisfying, but both sound satisfying, really. Really, in my opinion. Yeah, that's about it. Now, hunting rifle. Oh, which would you choose between these two shotguns to crown and which? Definitely the tactical shotgun, because it just is more accurate. And it feels good. I don't know, something about the combat shotgun throws me off. Maybe it's because of its size. Like the tactical shotgun is like pretty slim. It's kind of, you could even say skinny. And that's what I like about it. Just the looks of it. Now, hunting rifle. It's above everything else. Snipers in this game are broken. Let's be real. Military snipers, as there is no arguing about that in my opinion. The only weakest part about it is only the goddamn movement speed accuracy. That's terrible, but the same kind of... okay, the hunting rifle is more accurate, but therefore it only has 15 bullets per magazine. When you're playing with high ping though, then you might as well put these two snipers like right here. Hunting is B. I still think it's really good. Scout and AWP, come on, these can be in D. These are literally worse than the pistols. So these two snipers are like only good against these two snipers are only good when you can hit headshots really well, but the hitboxes in this game are terrible, and you might as well say you can say the same for these two snipers. So nah, these are terrible. M16. This weapon feels kind of... it doesn't do too much damage, really. Sometimes you feel like you're shooting water bubbles with this weapon. It has... Don't correct me if I'm wrong. Scout and LWP deserve their own teamer. Okay, actually, you're right. You're right. Oh my god. Alright. M16 is A. Nah, I cannot do that to that weapon, man. Or can I? It serves its place, but I always feel like I said, when it shoots chargers or tanks or like anything slightly tanky with it, it just feels like I'm shooting fucking water bubbles. This weapon doesn't do a lot of damage. It has high fire rate, but it's just my own preference, guys. I would say, like, I would... Alright, I would put it here. It's a solid spot overall, I think. Yeah, that's about it. AK. Now this can be anywhere in A. Above Magnum though, let's be real. As if we count laser sight, maybe just a bit inside SMG. I don't know. Like honestly, I can put this anywhere between here. I'm just gonna put it here because like this AK-47 placement doesn't mean much right now, guys. This one is a bit of another. Or actually, should I put it in S, guys? Actually, you're right. This rifle is fucking good. Definitely S. All right. Yeah, S. I guess I'm just a bit of an outlier. There's something I don't like about AK, even though it's objectively actually really like the best rifle in the game. You're right. Sorry. I was still thinking though. I mean, I could theoretically then put these two also in S, or even one of them. I don't know. Making tier lists is fun because you gotta think. All right, you actually have to use your knowledge, okay, like or experience. Score. No, Scar said no comment. Scar. I don't know where to put it. Same. No, Scar is that type of weapon where you hate it for a long time, but then after you learn the game, you kind of find it to be okay. So I would say it's like I would even put it above M16, like for real, because simply of its accuracy and the fact that it shoots in bursts, you can do really good distance kills with it. And guys, I'm switching up my minds. Honestly, I might as well put these shotguns in this. And like considering there's only two types of pistols in the game, actually I'm leaving it in A. I guess it has a bit of a flaw. All these four are obviously the best though. Alright, SG. I actually don't know the stats of the SG, but definitely worse than M16. Now, if I would use my own opinion and just how much fun I have with the weapon, I would put it here. But considering this is kind of a mix of both, SG552 deals the same damage as M16, really? Damn. Bruh. But reloads very slowly. Alright, then if you say so, then I would put it here, like you said, yeah. Alright. Pretty good. M60. Man. I don't know where to put this, bro. Like, this is a tier 3 weapon. It's amazing when it has ammo, but once like it runs out pretty quickly. But if you do a counter a tank with it, bro, this can shred a tank down very quickly. Makes it even weaker if you scope. True, because your fire rate slows down, right? It's just like in Counter-Strike. Kind of a weird thing they did. They should have just maybe made the weapon much better by giving it this, like making it so you can scope. You can scope with a rifle, like with the snipers. That would be epic. But probably overpowered, maybe. In versus. Whatever. So yeah, I'm struggling to think where to place this, guys. I need your help. I need your opinion. Like, if we talk about tier 3 weapons specifically, M60 B tier, because it's better situational use only. True. So I don't know. All right. I'm gonna put it actually A. I'm gonna put it A. Because when you do get it, like when you're Valve was kind of weird with the M60 spawn. Sometimes you get it in a finale or I don't know. Nah, you said nah. I put it in C even. Oh damn. Why would you put it in C? It's not that terrible. Come on. Come on, boy. Okay. Whenever it's just fun to use. And like I said, it goes here, in my opinion. Alright. It's situational. In most cases, you don't need it. But I'm not putting it in C, that's for sure. Alright, so no. But even if I would put it in B, would I place it at the bottom of B or top? Because it is technically better than all of these. But whatever, I'm putting it in A. I think that's my placements. Yeah, it's your tier list, yeah. Alright. Grenade launcher. No, I fucking love this stupid weapon. It deals so much friendly fire damage, but it's so fun to use. But okay. This one is also hard to judge because sometimes you can absolutely obliterate a single horde away with it. Then sometimes you can absolutely obliterate like two or three special infected at once with it. And then sometimes you just do more damage to your teammates than yourself. So I don't know. But it is fun to use. Skill cap is too high to make a direct hit. Yeah, and considering lag and hitboxes, and also that the grenade bullet flies through the air for a bit, can make it hard to hit. Does do quite a massive damage to tanks though. Man, it's like the sort of weapon. It's the sort of weapon that you just carry with you when you're not playing on expert or something. It's you only actually pick up this weapon when you're playing normal or maybe even in versus. I use this weapon in versus on the Dead Center streets all the time. When I see it, I pick it up. It's fun to use. Even though I probably make the team completely weaker with it, let's be real. So yeah. Ah man, you know what? Just for shit and giggles, I'm putting it here. Come on, guys. Like, come on. It is fun to use. It's kind of good at times. It can shred tanks. Oh man. I love how you said it's C only overall and then I put it in A. Oh my god. I'm so sorry, guys. This is my placement though. Oh man. All right, let's go on to the melee weapons, guys. Oh my god. So so I can already give a good ranking for this. I'm not gonna do this one by one. I'll kind of mix it up. So all the sharp kind of quick hitting melee weapons can be put in S. They're good. Which is just antagonizing us. C tier for the bad. Like, I mean, the weapon does its job as a melee weapon, but it's just kind of, it's not, it's a blunt melee weapon. You can't cut Smoker's tongue with it. You can't do a few, like that one special trick of this boomer with it. You know, I'm gonna put most of the kind of bad melees, or so-called not popular melees. Yeah. I'm gonna put them C. The crowbar is a sharp weapon, true. Actually, like, I mean, melee weapons are good. All of these can be viable. So maybe melee weapons deserve their own tier list. True. True. Okay, but for now, I think I'll put them here. Crowbar, it's a bit of a weird one. I will put it in A. It's not as crazy as these three, but it's sharp. Or actually, the one thing I don't like about the crowbar is the way the camera moves. It's a little bit janky. It feels a bit not so smooth like the fire axe. Crowbar should be S. Higher than military sniper. Really? The knife was CSS tier back in 2020. True. Yeah, actually, since the last Stand Refresh update, it was like a year ago. Like, that's when the knife became good. Again. Look. So you can be good, Freeman. Oh yeah, you know what? I'll also put it in S because it is a good melee. Golf club. Yeah, B. Guitar. Kind of big on the screen, kind of meh. I'll actually put this above these three because they're kind of more fun. But yeah, I do prefer the machete above all of these guys. Actually, I should probably put Fire X here. Nightstick. Slashes hits fast, but oh yeah, I don't know. Also, just like it really isn't it one of the fastest melees in the game, along with the machete. I will just put it here at the top of B. To be honest, it's deserving of that place, I guess. Alright, frying pan. Stupid blunt melee makes funny noise. Hee ha. B. Knife. Now, the knife still has that shitty taste in my mouth. Like, it still gives me that shitty taste in my mouth, bro. Even though it is actually an okay melee weapon now. It's sharp. It does melee quite considerably. A. Pitchfork. Terrible. Shovel. Actually okay. I don't know why the shovel gets this much hate, to be fair. Insert annoying scouts using penalty to knife should be S or demo. Wait, knife should be S. Nah, I'm leaving it at A, so I think. Alright. Chainsaw. Like, okay. So the worst thing about the chainsaw is obviously the time you need to start it when you switch to it, which is its biggest downside, and its limited use. So while it can be good, it can also be kind of a waste of a web offer slot. Chainsaw should be A. Yeah. It is actually quite fun to use. It is quite fun to use. Yeah. Knife, then we have the Magnum, grenade launch M60. Based on how Richard rated M60 and GL. Oh yeah. Yeah, I would say too. It's kind of gimmicky weapon. When you do have it, you feel powerful with it, but it has its weaknesses. Alright. this is my tier list for weapons. Add grenades too. There's no add additional images to your tier list. Oh yeah. Alright guys. I might as well download a Baljar picture. Then we can use a Molotov. Crazy, right? Crazy. Then pipe bomb. I find it surprising this tier list didn't have one. Nah, I really want to rank it, guys. So I am I'm gonna put it in the tier list. Why not? Well, I have enough time here to waste. All right, JPEG. There we go. Baldur. It's for me. It's an S. You just gotta know how to properly use it, because if you use it on, if you throw a Baldur when someone is vomited on, that's useless. If you throw a Baldur on a tank in campaign modes, If you throw it on a player control tank, that can throw him off and be distracting. So for me, overall, it is S. You just gotta know how to use it. Molotov is also great. It can be a bit situational if you miss it, or the tank just avoids the Molotov. That just feels bad. You can quickly, or you can like block one area from any infected, which is really good. So overall, just a good grenade. And then pipe bomb. I don't like this one, guys. It's still kind of situational. Still good when you do have it. So I would say A. It's like a weaker Baldur. It temporarily distracts like only common infected. It doesn't even like, unlike the Baldur, which can also distract AI special infected, this one only distracts commons. So yeah. Did I forget anything? Oh yeah, guys, I think I scrolled down a bit too much. Sorry. You know what? I might as well hide this goal thingy. Can I do that? Yeah, this should be better. A little bit. Alright, this is my weapons tier list. Maybe a bit of a weird placement on some of these. Man, I'm gonna make a picture of this and download it. Adrenaline pills, first aid kit, and defib. They aren't really weapons though. This is just weapons. Or yeah, now that you say it, utility. You know what? Fuck it. We will throw everything in here. We will throw everything. So yeah. We got builds. Since by he code, they're stuck to the weapons. True. Builds. Then adrenaline. Crazy. Defib. This seems like a good picture. Never mind. Alright. Oh man, I'm just throwing everything in here for real. Are these all though? Yeah. Alright. My goodness, Hutao, you little fucker. I don't have a break. When will this tier list end? This in particular. Now. Defib. Literally. Actually, okay. I'm gonna talk about the defib first. All right. Oh, hello, Robster Ducky. All right. Good to see you're back, though. Now, defib. It's. First off, hear me out. In versus, you get a 25 points penalty. That can mean nothing or something, but it is still kind of OP, especially when a teammate dies kind of early into the chapter. so you can you still get all the rest of the points, right? So that's how you can average it out. But in campaign mode, you can literally just bring a person back. So, or just in general, bring a person back. So it's fucking ass. But the only, I guess, negative is that you obviously cannot carry a medkit. So, yeah, medkits. I mean, come on, these items are like all S, in my opinion. They can all be really good. Pills, such a lifesaver. I saved my life countless of times. Actually, I'm gonna even put it above a medkit. I should defib. Oh, yeah, right here. I'm gonna actually no, like this. Yeah. Then adrenaline, quite the wide picture, but adrenaline I would yeah, it's like it is. I would say it's still better than a medkit because like it can save your life. You can chuck in, you can like inject yourself with adrenaline and then heal yourself quickly if you need to. A few seconds later, you can just use this speed boost to get the fuck out of a situation. But with the med kit, you need to have a calm situation a little bit, or just 5 seconds of breathing room, which is not always the case. The CSS definitely deserves separate tier. Yeah, this is useful. Horrible, sorry. Useful for water slowdown heavy map. Oh yeah, also that. That's actually a thing I noticed with Swamp Fever, that it does spawn a lot of adrenaline. So yeah. Okay, Hu Tao, is there another utility item that I could add? We're waiting for him, guys. He will have another idea. Oh. Blush. I'm spamming the blush emoji in chat. It's actually embarrassed, right? Or just blush. Whatever. Now, I could click on save for download, which I will. Incendiary. Oh my god! No way! I basically forgot those existed, bro. Who the fuck cares about these? Oh my god. Wait. Explosive. Wait, incendiary? Ah, explosive. Alright. Alright. No, don't download. Add additional images. Okay, here we go. My goodness. Like, they waste a whole slot. And then you buff yourself with weapons. Okay. You buff your weapons temporarily. I'm not sure where to place these guys. I don't think I can put them in S. Because they waste a whole slot, which could be more important for healing. So I personally will put them in A, because when you do find them, you can just place them down, tell your team, you place it down, then you can pick up your medkit. But sometimes you think, oh yeah, I gotta carry this with me for a while, because I know maybe perhaps we'll have a tank soon, maybe on the sacrifice or whatever. These two don't even, as far as I know, these two don't even spawn in Versus. They literally got obliterated from that game mode. I don't know why they didn't do that for defibs, because kind of stupid to have them in Versus. Bringing a whole player back, it's just disgusting. Yeah. Explosive ammo's D tier. Nah, that's like too harsh, I think. When you use them in the survival, when you can place them down in survival, and they are also really good sometimes. Yeah, this is just this. Alright. Now, because of Hu Tao, I'm gonna look. Is there anything else? No, this is it. This is all melees. Items, utility. Alright. Now I can save and download, please. For the love of God. Okay. It's already... Yeah, this is my weapons tier list. Now, next up. We got the characters. characters. Interesting, right? Because we don't only have the survivors, we have almost all of the infected, but no NPCs really. Yeah. So yeah, that's just about it. So personally, I can already tell you guys, Nick is my favorite. Like, what can I say, man? He's a Sigma Giga Chad. Like, I just think he's a well-written character overall. He has the most character development in the whole franchise. He turns from like this gambling kind of shitty asshole to a more understanding guy. He turns to be more understanding. Yeah, he turns to like the others, kind of trust them. He's also what do you call it, germaphobe. So he just hates anything nasty. I completely relate to that. Should Nick and Alice in his top? Maybe. Okay, Nick is already. Nick is also your favorite. Very nice, Rob Sudoki. I appreciate your understanding, bro, of my opinion. Because the Nick main's gotta rise up, bro. You're gonna be better than everyone else. Yeah. So that's just Nick overall. You either don't like him or love him. It's kind of a weird thing where you find him just okay as another part of the group. He's like the Francis of the group, right? Of the second survivor group. And his story is kind of interesting, being this shady business guy, gambler. Yeah. Obviously the most negative. He's kind of the opposite of Lewis, if you think about it. Rochelle. Now, Rochelle is not that terrible, but also not like perfect. She's just a really solid person in the group. She has her place. Like, I would say she is good, but she is the weakest of the four of the second group. In my opinion. E tier before 2020, B tier, B after 2020. Because they added back a lot of unused voice lines, right? So I think, yeah, she just has her place. Even if she doesn't have that many memey or interesting voice lines like the other three of the group, she's good. Yeah, I would say B, like you guys said. All right. Coach. Now, you know what? I can already place these two in S. I love these two characters as well. The second group is just really cool. Like, Coach is it's like just like Bill, the leader of the group, right? And he has I really like the relationships between the survivors. So on Coach, it's pretty obvious that he treats Alice kind of like when he had his own team back, and like he was like a football coach, I think, right? He's just kind of used to kids like Alice. Obviously Alice is a bit of a man-child, which is why Coach knows how to take care of these people. He like guides him, motivates him, and he and Nick just kind of clash at each other a little bit, but they both still have respect for each other. Like, I still think Nick has respect for everyone else, even if he doesn't show it that much, especially in the beginning. But Coach obviously has respect for Nick. Coach definitely S. Bill should be favorite S. Coach is S tier. Yeah, Coach there too S. Then Coach overall, just really cool character. Funny voice lines, a lot of funny memes. Yeah. So much to explain. Then Alice. No, Alice, I gotta say, even if I put him in S, I personally find him a bit odd, because hear me out. Like, he's a man-child and all that. He is a mechanic, but the whole Keith thing and some of his voice lines, which are only a handful, they are a bit interesting, because Keith, like, when he obviously shares a lot of Keith stories, right? But there's one spot in the game, one safe room, I think, where he can like say he basically tells a Keith story, but he says the story basically, he explains it like that. Oh, did I ever tell you about the time me and my buddy Keith were on the top of a burning building and had to fight our way down like 5 floors of zombies? And then he says like, wait a minute, that was you guys. And then this voice line, right? This makes you think. Like, it makes you question a bit, like, how can he switch up this virus with like Keith, right? Like, with such a experience, considering it's also pretty new. experience, and then some of his key stories are just ridiculous. So it kind of makes you think: does Ellis have some sort of coping mechanism? Did he make that person up? And then also, even though he's usually positive or friendly, when he gets friendly fire during a tank fight, he will literally insult the other survivors. Like, I remember hearing it one voice line where he says, "Shoot the tank, you blind son of a bitch," or something like that, right? He can say that. It's like his, like he's in an intense situation, but like his friendliness, it's like his facade just goes down, and he just insults the other for like, I know getting shot is not cool, but like that makes you think if he's actually more serious in the inside and fucking hates the situation and everything, and if he just has Keith as some sort of coping mechanism. So I think Ellis, there's something deeper going on with him, and most people only look at him on the surface, which I do too, because he's a fun character overall. But yeah, that's why I think he's also brilliantly just designed, because you only find out about this type of stuff if you actually take the time to know about him. Now, Bale. I'm putting an S. Like, come on, Bill is a good character. Even though I think he is a bit overrated, and he gets every like Left 4 Dead crossover, it's always him first who gets ported. He is the best character in Left 4 Dead 1 group, in my opinion, even though I don't have a favorite in the Left 4 Dead 1 group, and I don't love all of them like Left 4 Dead 2 survivors, but yeah. You should, no wonder there's a killer mod. Bill's the top of Bill's S tier. Yeah. Well, now that I rearranged these, I personally would put it like this. They both, the coach and Bill, even though they are both, even though Bill is kind of like below coach, I think they're both on the same level, kind of. Bill's just more memey, but coach is more memey, has more memes, but Bill's like the more serious leader. Right? The top of S, nah. I personally prefer these two over him, even though I respect that absolutely. Lewis. I'm so sorry. He's a strong leader because he knows how to make decisions. Yeah. Actually, I was about to say I'm so sorry, but I think Lewis. I don't know. I think I was thinking about putting him at A, because his entire personality revolves about being positive, and I mean, I guess that's kind of funny, but once you go past his pills joke and his just being positive whole thing, he's just kind of a character. He's just kind of there, like everyone else. Lewis, B for black. And I'm now adding a new tier at the bottom called black. Imagine. All right. Oh my god, that's hilarious. That comment. You deleted it, no way. All right. But yeah, he's kind of like, I guess, Nick, but the opposite, even though not really. Whatever. I think this is a good place for him. Now, Francis has the similar situation for me. I put him below Francis. I put him below Lewis, but like they both are good characters, but they're like the only, like, Francis is a biker dude, wow, and maybe he has something going on with Rochelle, but like once you go past his I hate jokes, then he's also just kind of there, and he has this kind of funny relationship with Bill, especially in the sacrifice. Friends would be S. Face of Bromance with Bill makes him super fun. Friends is better than Lewis. Yeah. Lewis kind of shares the same. Lewis shares a good relationship with everyone, but then there's especially, yeah, you're right. Then there's especially this sort of banter between Bill and Francis. So, I personally wouldn't put him in S, guys, but actually S makes better. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. All right. Zoe. I would put an S. Like, even though I don't find her attractive or anything, like for real, she's, in my opinion, a good character. That sort of kind of father and daughter relationship of Zoe trusting Bill a lot, and after having lost her like the parents and friends and all, and Bill taking care of Zoe. That's quite interesting. I find that pretty cool. And then with the development of Bill dying and then how more tougher Zoe got, I think that's quite interesting. And she makes some good movie references. Zoe has had two voice actors in the game itself. True. I think some of her pain and like moaning sounds are from the old voice actor still. Zoe's S tier, yeah. I would put her below Bill. Yeah. So this is for the survivors, for Rochelle being the only one to be. Now we have, wait, what? Okay, now we have all the infected, and I guess it should be judged by looks, but you know what? I will always take the main, whatever. Actually, I'm gonna take always the Left 4 Dead 2 variant as like the main image for what I think about their gameplay and everything, and then the other Left 4 Dead 1 variant, or even Boomet in this case, are just kind of for visuals. Okay, so Left 4 Dead 1 Boomer. What? He loves Left 4 Dead 2 over, but Rochelle is B. Yeah, man, come on, he's just not that fun, bro. Whatever. So the Left 4 Dead 1 Boomer, he looks I don't know where to put him. Like, what? This isn't affected. Like, come on. Okay, Left 4 Dead 1 Boomer looks kind of cool, I guess. I put him below Rochelle. You imagine below after Rochelle, alright. You know what? Just for memes and giggles. After Rochelle. Then, okay, now the Boomer itself. Very important special affected for keeping the hordes coming. Low health. He's just a very important support infected. I would say he's better than a Spitter. Okay, look more mutated. Yeah, that was what I was about to say. Definitely two special affected look more mutated. You can definitely see the development of the infection between the two games. Now, like I said, I would put Boomer in like S because he's that important in general, and like Boomet is ugly. Like, come on, dude. Then we have the Charger, which only has one look, never got any other variant. So the Charger in general is literally the best special effect in the game. Come on, and he looks kind of menacing. He's like a mini tank. He can insta kill people, or even multiple people. Now this right here is, I think, the Left 4 Dead 1 common infected, just the skins and looks. They just look alright. Like, I mean, they got their place. I personally think the common infected in Left 4 Dead 1 and 2, they kind of need more variety. Like, with all the mods in the workshop, you can install them all, and oh my god, there's so much more stuff in infected variety than It all looks cool. And then I would say they're probably all A, although I do prefer Left 4 Dead 2 comments over Left 4 Dead 1. All three Left 4 Dead 2 specific SIs are voiced by D. Bradley Baker, right? Interesting to know. Charges SD here looks sexy. Well, who knows what he did with his big red arm, bro. Alright. The English voice of the clone troopers and stuff. Actually, should we make this about looks? No. I mean, this tier list is kind of stupid anyway. But then there's the Screamer. Like, he isn't even officially in the game, so whatever. Alright, Left 4 Dead 1 Hunter. As I said, I will be making the Left 4 Dead 2 variants about gameplay too, right? So, Left 4 Dead 1 Hunter looks kind of average, in my opinion. Left 4 Dead 2 Hunter looks somehow a bit more cool with his, like, considering he teared off more of his clothing and has more bandages. I'm gonna put Hunter in A. Hunter is just in general a really good special effect that punishes survivors for going alone. Doing all the sealing and high damage pounces are satisfying if you hit them. It's really good, probably most part of the game. Now jockeys can fuck off, dude. I don't like bro, no, who likes the jockeys? Who likes jockeys? Like, for real. Definitely just a dark hoodie, true. I guess it's from like all the going through whatever places he goes to. Water, all sorts of mud. Oh fuck, mud and dirt, making it all a bit more dark and dirty here. Now the Screamer, while I do think he looks interesting, like visually, he is badly designed, which is why he didn't even get put in the game in the first place. So if you guys don't know what the Screamer did, basically he was actually, you can use a console command to turn a boomer into a Screamer 2, by the way. Oh, actually no, that was like a sort of, that was that sort of landmine boomer, right? That was a command. All right. The Screamer, basically what he did, he would kind of spawn around the map like a witch, and if you would aggro him, he would scream and he would spawn a horde. Now this is all kind of cool and fun, but then the most annoying thing is that he would like run away, and he has a ton of health. So he would be like the fallen survivor where he just ran away, and you'd have to kill him. You have to run after him and kill him so he stops screaming, because if he gets away, he spawns even more. So that's just annoying, having to run after a special effect that's separating yourself from the group. I don't like the gameplay idea, and I'm glad Valve didn't put it in the game. But some people still use their stupid source mod plugins to somehow insert a Screamer or even Leaker. Oh yeah, now that you mention it, PT, yes, there was the Leaker with the console command. You can use the console command to turn the boomer into a Leaker, which he basically just explodes when he gets close to you, and he has a lot of health, and he does like damage heavily when he explodes. Right, so yeah, I would put him here. Now Left 4 Dead 1 Smoker. Looks quite cool by design, not gonna lie. I would actually quite put him here. I still think the boomer looks more interesting. Yeah, and more interesting than Rochelle for sure. Now, Smoker. The Smoker in general, I do not like playing as him. Like, he's like the sniper of the infected, right? But like, come on. You grab a survivor, he takes that sort of little chip damage when he gets dragged. Then when your tongue gets broken, you're like stuck for 1-2 seconds, not able to move. And then when you do finally move a survivor until they are on red light, so they actually take damage, there's like a 1 second delay until they take damage. That's absolutely kind of sucks. So I don't like the Smoker really, playing as him in general. And although the design of Left 4 Dead 2 Smoker is cool, but these Left 4 Dead 2 variants pictures are about their gameplay too. So although I do respect the Smoker, I would put him somewhere around C, in my opinion. Alright, so the spitter is a very important special infected. Can do extra damage on grab survivors. And her design looks quite disgusting. I mean, she looks like some sort of... Yeah, you know. What do you call them? I don't know if I can say it on YouTube. Yeah, you also don't like playing a smoker. Cool. Because I agree. He's an easy target, yeah. Like, at least on versus, you are a bit... like, on campaign mode, when a smoker has grabbed a survivor, if you guys didn't know, his health, like, instantly goes down to 50. So you can shoot him really quickly, but on versus, this is not the case. Obviously, when a player controlled smoker grabs you, he still has the same health as he does. Like, he doesn't get any nerf of his health. Now, Spitter, like, by design, looks quite interesting. I guess she has some sort of backstory, you know? You kind of wonder what she was. I don't think I can mention it. Her mouth is fucking disgusting. God damn it. But she's an important special effect that I would say A. Like, she can absolutely devastate an entire team sometimes, or just be like the easiest target ever. Now this L4D2 tank by design looks pretty cool. He's like sort of early stage tank, right? L4D2 tank is more mutated. I would say A above all of these though. Really cool. Now the tank in general. You have to be really careful how to play the tank. So what a lot of new players make the mistake of is thinking you're like this huge Hulk and that you like cannot die, but then they just run in without any sort of help from teammates, or they don't wait for their teammates to respawn, and then they just get absolutely obliterated by 4 rifles at once, and then they die and rage quit. Now, the tank has to be played very carefully. Like I said, you really need to tag together with your teammates, infected teammates, and you also need to check if there's certain like requirements met. Like, are they in an open area, right? Or are they in a tight area? Are they maybe... is everyone on green health? Can everyone run? Is someone boomed, or is there like a horde? Because the tank can either be like the end of the game, or just literally a tiny obstacle if you play him completely wrong, or you play him well. So yeah, the tank just being in boss of L4D in general, I really find him good though. I would put him here as right. Now the sacrifice tank. Wait, was this one the sacrifice tank? Wait, what? Don't get me started on Glovstastic 4 tank spawn versus... Yeah, Glovstastic 4, that... I don't even know if that was tested. I think... Is this the sacrifice tank? Yeah, it is. I think it is. Alright, he looks really cool by design. He's pretty special. I would put him even above A, like having a specific map skin. That's really cool. Now the Cedar common infected, they have a rare chance to drop a Bowser. So even though they're immune to fire, which makes a bit of more dynamic gameplay, knowing that not all common infected will die from your fire or like Molotov. Pretty good place in that center. Can be a bit of an annoyance. I think he's well designed too, so it's pretty interesting. I would say, like, obviously below the special infected. But it was the bug with some was the tank, but it was you. Sacrifice tank has a lot of blood on his arms. Yeah, that's actually what I looked at right here. When I saw that he has a lot of blood on his arms, I was like, oh yeah, right, he murdered everyone in that train car, so yeah. Now the clown is also quite interesting, although yeah, he's only in Dark Carnival. He attracts common infected to him with his squeaky noises. Now what puts him above Cedar for me though is the fact that you can shove him, his like you can shove his nose and it makes a noise, which is really funny. Now, Fallen Survivor, pretty interesting from the passing. Drops some items. That's what makes passing even more of a sort of power fantasy. Better to kill with him with a melee weapon though. So just because he drops items and can be killed very quickly with a handful of weapons or even melee weapons, you just gotta know that once he runs away, like you shot him by accident, you just gotta let him go. Like, unless you know you maybe can catch up with him and you have a melee, otherwise you just gotta let him go. And any other situation, whoop, easy kill, drops items, cool. Jimmy Gibbs Jr. Now, I've never seen Jimmy Gibbs Jr. spawn naturally, and there was some sort of big misconception in the community that is something about his spawn, but he can only spawn. I think people said, I think either one of them or then one of the two that I'm gonna say right now is either right or wrong, but he can only spawn on a specific date in a month or in a specific interval of days. I think it was 15 or some sort of date in a month. You guys in the chat can correct me. But other than that, Jimmy is an interesting character. I can imagine how it'd be like to suddenly see him like naturally spawn, like you don't expect it. You just see white suit guy, the man himself, Jimmy Gibbs, going at you in the atrium in the mall finale. So never seen Jimmy Gibbs Jr. in my entire life. Damn, but pretty rare. I've only seen him because of literally every other method, mod, cheats, custom campaigns. Kind of sucks. So because he is that special, I would also put him in A. He's just really cool. I would love the game to have more something like this, having like rare, uncommon infected in like every map. Now oh my god, the fucking swamp, the mudmen. They're annoying every time. How they crawl. You gotta look down. Wait, he spawned every 15 days interval. Ah, okay, so that must be right. Alright, thanks for correcting and letting me know. Mudman, alright, I was just what's he gonna put for shot front, whatever. Mudman, I don't like much. Like they crawl and you gotta look down to shoot them. Something they put like mud on your screen. Please no. Riot Zombie. Oh my god. He is annoying. He's annoying. You gotta shove him and then you gotta wait until he turns around. Like you have to be lucky. Sometimes he doesn't even like turn around from a shove, you know? So that's kind of annoying. But he does drop the cricket. Fuck, what was the weapon called? The nightstick sometimes. So yeah, he's just really annoying. But I think he's still interesting in design. He appears in like Parish and Coldstream. Now the construction workers would be cool if they didn't have faulty programming, because they also are not attracted to ball jars, which is pretty interesting. They literally just ignore pipe bombs and ball jars. So I would have put him like around here maybe, but now that's just basically because he has that bug that is annoying. I would put him below Cedar. Now the Bride Witch is pretty cool. Quite special skin for the passing. I would put her kind of hard, but above the special effect, I guess. Now the witch in general, she's scary the first time you ever encounter her, but goddamn, now I don't even know what to think of the witch. I think she's a bit of a mix of good and bad design and gameplay in general, so you just never really know what happens when you encounter a witch, especially in versus. You either trigger her, you accidentally shoot her, or you trigger her way too fast, and like there's so many bugs with her, things that can happen. She can actually down someone else, she can go for someone else for no reason, she can have weird pathing and then she gets stuck somewhere, and then she's a whole mess, or you can just crown her, which just makes her not that threat, at least unless you play unless you play realism. But I don't know. I think she's the best in realism or realism versus because she's a huge threat. So just in general, I would say which is going to be, this one is like for design, this one is for gameplay mainly, and design too. I mean, she just looks like a witch. I mean, she's kind of creepy with her long claws, which we don't even have an explanation for. How does she have long claws? That's one thing that never really was explained about her. Like, we know she's the disease, the virus, the green flu made her really skinny, and that she always wants sugar. That's why you see so many witches in the sugar mill in Hardwain. Yeah. This is about it though. I think the inclusion of Left-4 character of the infected made this list a bit of a mess, but this is my tier list for infected and characters. And I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna post them all later on Left4 Discord, guys, by the way. Make sure to like and subscribe, and also join the Discord in the description. Now next, yeah, we're gonna rank all Left4 survival maps. Quite a slog, isn't it? Now, I've played a ton of survival. I have over 3,000 rounds of survival played. I've played every single map, and I think I am pretty... Oh wait, can you guys see all of it? Oh, I think I'm a pretty good candidate for ranking these. Alright, I'm just gonna go one by one. This swamp map in the town, in the little village. It's a wide map. You can kind of go around in circles, but not really. It's overall a pretty good map though to camp in specific spots. Like as I said, the map is wide. You can damage the tank heavily from a distance. Usually the special infected will spawn on the other side of the map, so you have a lot of area to kill them inside. The item spawns are pretty well balanced. Thank you, Jace. I would say this map is pretty good overall. Solo, it is quite difficult. I can already tell you guys right now, I have not played a lot of the map solo, but just like when you're playing it normally and with a team, trying to go for maybe a high round, this map is quite fun and balanced. I would put it in A. Then the Swamp Fever Finale map. Now, this one, when you're playing with a team, it has that one camp spot in the one corner with the broken hole in the ground after the stairs. And then when you play it solo, you can try to go around a circle around the park, like just a general on the map. But considering that the left side of the plantation doesn't really have an easy entrance, it can be a bit difficult, but it is an easy map to play in a team. I think the world record is something about like 120 minutes. So reaching something like 30 minutes is pretty easy if your team knows, if you and your team know what you're doing. So I would say it's a good map overall to reach a high record as well. S tier from me. I like it. Burger Tank. Ugh, this map sucks. I don't like it in general. It's just kind of camping, and you don't have much room to go around. There's a lot of gas cans and oxygen tanks, but it's just kind of, you know, camping on a roof or whatever. And yeah, solo, this map is an absolute nightmare. I'm gonna put it C because it's still respectable. No, this is survival, by the way, to everyone who's new watching right now. Survival tier list ranking. I would say this map, Sugar Mill Survival, is... Now, I'm gonna say I don't have much experience trying to get a high round on this, but the map in general is... It's kind of a... You cannot really run in loops around this too. You it basically has two dead ends, because if you actually go inside the sugar mill, you well you cannot do that well of a circle in there. And even though there are some spots where you can camp, you can get quite a high record with a survival team. So I would say, I don't know, this is just literally just this map now right now is just from fun, I guess. I would say it's average, can be played. The Canefield map, nah, it's trash. It's not fun having to go all the way back through the cane fields. Solo, this map is a nightmare. And in a team, you can do it, but like, it's just the same matter of camping on top of the gas station. And the infected have like two infected ladders back there where they can surprise attack sometimes. So you can get quite a high record with this, because you do have a bit of line of sight everywhere from the gas roof of the gas station. But personally, I don't like the map, so I'm gonna put it literally below Burger Tank. The parish. What is the first map called again? Whatever. It's the first map of the parish. The and on the streets. The survivor map is really small. It has a few permanent weapon spawns, especially the military spawn at that long way, all the way back there to the spot where you can look over to the second map. Now, this map is pretty easy when you're with a team and you camp, especially with military sniper, you can get a high record. However, on solo, this map is also a nightmare. But overall fun. I've played this map also several times on versus survival. Especially this map, and this map I've played on versus survival a lot. It's called Battlefront. Okay, thank you. They're kind of fun, so I would put them. I would put this one in. I would put this one above B, even though it's smaller than this one. Even it's somehow more fun. Yeah, being in the waterfront there map. All right. Now the park map, the event survival map. I really like this one. You can also get a high record on this, but on solo it's also very difficult unless you use like the God spot, which I don't know if it's been patched by now. It's been a few, like 2 or 3 years since I bought it to get a high record on this map. But yeah, it's a overall fun map, camping either on top of the railing thingy or on top of the fences. Or in that one corner over there, but that kind of sucks. So I would say this map is a solid B tier. Why not? Now the cemetery is very easy. Even with even on solo or duo, you could just run in circles forever. It's very easy to get a high record. Other than that, the map is also pretty good. It's big. You got several camp spots if you want to go that route. On versus survival, it's pretty solid. I remember that playing with friends with like BT even. So I would say this map is like, I don't know, I don't have anything to complain about it. It's a solid S tier. Pretty good. One of my favorite maps as well, actually. The quarters. This map with the event. Survival map. This one is obviously one of the smallest survival maps in the game. I don't really know what to think about this one. You just wait for it to... The camping spot is obviously after you jump on the thing. And you camp there in that room. See a hotel. You can camp very easily with a team, solo and duo, and even duo actually. The solo, this map is an absolute nightmare as well. But you can get a high record with a team, so it is kind of fun, but it's just kind of only camping and shooting all the time. I know this is sort of the soul of survival as well, but to me, I prefer the maps where you actually have to run around, because that's more exciting to me. So yeah, I don't know, I'm putting this one in, because it is a solid map though. I'm putting it... I'm putting it like right here. Now the Parish Bridge, oh, this is one of my favorite survival maps. You cannot argue with me. This is one of my favorite, like, you camping on top of the bridge there. Like, I don't know, something about this map is just so much fun. You have two main camp spots you can go to. Obviously, the one on the bridge is better. And especially on versus survival, you can get the highest record on versus survival with this. It's so hard if you block spawns for the infected to choose where to go, and if you have a bad enemy team, you can, like, my highest record on this map on versus survival was 14 minutes. And if you have a good team on survival, this map is, oh my god, you can get you can play this map for hundreds of minutes. You can get the highest record ever on this map. Oh, on Atrium as well. But yeah. That's Enter Gun Shop. It's kind of like, oh wait, BT Gamer said, I agree with Richard's opinion. Thank you. Gun Shop is sort of the go-to map, it seems like. It kind of replaced Atrium a little bit in the survival community, I feel like, at least in public lobbies. It is a pretty fun map, like, especially in versus survival as well. Camping in the store is pretty interesting to always watch the spawns behind you and then killing the tank, having to use shotguns, using the permanent weapon spawn, retreating to that back of the store with the M16 spawn. And in just normal survival, this map in solo is a nightmare as well. And well, you can survive for a few minutes, but duo, trio, or even like full group, this map is just camping next to the M16 spawn in the store, constantly picking up. You know, you can get a high record with this. I would say it's overall a good map, but not actually. Yeah, actually, it's a good map. I would say it's like here. It's fun. Still so many maps to go. Oh my goodness, guys, this is gonna take a while. Now the sacrifice, the first map with the tank. This is also one of the smallest maps in survival and solo. Oh my goodness, this map, unless you use, like, you can try to use a lot of bulgers, but you're not gonna survive for long. It's a nightmare soloing this. Even duo, it's also quite hard. Trio, from then on, it starts getting obviously the way it should be. But this map is it's quite difficult to get very high records. So and it's like that small. I don't like it too much. Also, the fact that in versus survival the tanks can punch the boats and break them, and the small pieces can damage you. It's just a mess. I would put it in C above these two though. All right. This map is the sacrifice, the second map with the crane and the ship. This survival map is pretty big. I've never played this on solo, I'm gonna be honest, so I cannot judge that, but I could imagine it being a little easy because you have that much space, but considering the map is a little bit narrow, not kind of like a quarter from above, I would say it could be hard. But in a full squad, I can imagine it is easy to get high records. I didn't play this map for high records, I only ever played it casually, so I cannot judge it too much, but just from fun, I would say it's solid. Maybe somewhere. It's probably over here, probably more fun than this. Actually, no. This map's probably more fun, yeah. Now the sacrifice finale map is it's pretty fun. You can actually solo this quite well if you stack gas cans and stuff. Although shit can easily go wrong if you don't cut your smoker cuts correctly. Now, in a team, it is quite easy to get a high record, you know, typical camping strategy. And overall, like most of these maps, like most survival maps in this game, are just balanced well. So I'm not touching on that subject too much. But yeah, it's sort of fun factor. This map is just it's a survival map. What do you expect? It does its job. I would say it's somewhere between B, probably at the same level of this one, but better. Generator room. Man. I don't like this one too much. I might even put this. No. Okay, so generator room is it's just camping on top of those on the at the railings above, and you have like a few bugs with a few props just not showing up, even though there's collision still exists, and then just this really small map, kind of like the quarters where you just camp at the top there and you just do stuff. So I don't know. I'm just gonna put it the same level as this one, so might as well put it here. It's a solid map overall. In versus survival, it can be fun, but it is also frustrating, especially if the infected team is just super good. Like your opponents are good, and you could just not do much shit. Now, the sewers map, the second map of No Mercy Survival on the gas station, I like this one really a lot because it provides an interesting dynamic. You usually camp at the top of the usually camp at either the at this place where those glasses break in the little warehouse after walking across the roof, or you camp in that one small room where there is the health cabinet, which yeah. And soloing this map is also quite hard. But like overall the fun factor of this map, even on versus survival as well, it's quite fun. I would put it somewhere in A. It's quite fun. Now, No Mercy Hospital is an interesting survival map because it is so small and tight that soloing it is a fucking nightmare. And then, but with a team, you just camp in that room with the AK-47 spawn. You just do nothing but sit there and shoot forever at the entrance. And yeah, I mean, that's, I guess, kind of the soul of survival, but on versus survival, this map is a nightmare. In survival, it's just kind of fun. Not too much fun just camping forever. Like, unless you just want to go for a high record, I don't really see a point of playing this map in any other way. So I'm putting it in C, probably on the same level as this one. Yeah. No Mercy Rooftop is a fun survival map. It's a fun survival map. Like, I'm already gonna put this in as you have quite a few camping spots. You have M60s, you have even grenade launcher, if I recall correctly. You can go for high rounds you can easily run in circles. And so you can also play this map well solo. Duo is fun. With a squad, you can either camp or just do the same strat of running, whatever. It's pretty easy to get high scores on this map because this infected just have to climb so much, and yeah. And the crash course with the with the fucking thing that shoots a massive thing that explodes another thing map. That survival map. This survival map is kind of boring. Like, it's small, and all you do is just camp like at that one corner at the bottom of the map, next to the water. It doesn't provide much interesting dynamics. It's hard on solo, and with a squad, it's just camping again. Like, I don't know. I would say I'm gonna put this on like the same tier. Like, it's an acceptable survival map, but there's better ones in my opinion, more fun ones. So I'm gonna put this like right here. I think this is good. Now the finality of Crash Course as a survival map is literally has the same problem. Like, I mean, you could argue that it's maybe the same as No Mercy Rooftop kind of, but you can't really. It's a small tight map. You can't do much except for camping. Like, when you go solo, it's a very hard map. When you want to go for squad, well, you just camp in that one, inside the house, the building, at the top of the minigun spawn, and you just constantly pick up the weapon again and shoot. It's kind of the same thing as the hospital thing. Really small map. I would say it's still acceptable, though. I'm gonna put this at the same level of this one. I don't know. And now the Death Toll Sewers, the events survival map. This one is also so small, and one thing I don't understand about this map is why you can like, there's that one spot in the map, like in this survival map, you can go back up the ladder and you can go all the way down until you reach the water, but there's like a blocking barricaded, right? Kind of. And so yeah, BT. And I don't know. Either this map is like so small, you just pulling down the sort of bridge thing also doesn't do much. You just are able to go to the other side. I don't know. You just it also has to be edited. It also had to be edited for survival. This effect cannot come from those spots in the walls at the top. I don't know how to feel about this one. It's kind of fun actually. Somewhere not. I am gonna put this like it's just another survival map. Like yeah, wow. And then solo, it's just a nightmare too. So, um, but because it is more fun than all these, I'm gonna actually put it maybe here. Like it's not that interesting, but you know. Now the atrium. Oh my goodness, this is going as not about this. I would put it right here. One of my favorite survival maps. It's fun to have like it's just like I said earlier in the live stream, the finale is just designable, the whole map layout, and therefore survival is pretty cool. The balance is literally perfect with the 3 main item and weapon spawn areas. And at the bottom, I guess. Then you can do so many tricks on this map. And you can run in circles on solo and like any other, like literally all the strategy just is running in circles no matter how many people are there. And yeah, you can achieve very, very high rounds with this. It's always fun to play this map because you always kind of feel like you see something new. Now, Death Toll Church, come on, it's just another one of those very small maps. But fun fact is that you can go all the way back to that little house, I think. Yeah, you can. And that's also a spot, I guess. But other than that, the map is just pretty small. You usually camp at the church, I guess. Or I usually like to camp it. I haven't played this map much seriously. Only for fun, so I can't really judge it too much, but since it's just another average map, I would say it's probably goes to like here, yeah, or actually somewhere over here. All right, guys, this is that. Then Death Toll Streets. Oh my goodness. Okay, so guys, this survival map, you can achieve a very high round on this for the squad. I did that once. Oh my goodness. It was quite intense because your health just chips away because sometimes you just take damage where you think to yourself, what? But other than yeah, this map solo is goddamn horrible. Very hard to achieve anytime. But then with a group, like you can camp back there after you start the event, like at the boss thingy. Because there's also a few items there, if I recall correctly, yeah. And like this map is it's somehow fun, like I don't know. Even though it just might share the same problems as some of the other ones I mentioned, this one is somehow fun. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it feels more dangerous. Whatever. I'm gonna put this in B somewhere. I would say it's overall pretty good. I haven't played this map much on survival, guys. Death Toll Boathouse. I only played this like everyone versus survival, but I would say it was quite okay. So I'm just gonna put this, guys. I cannot really judge this one right now, so I'm gonna leave it for the end. Now the crane survival map. This one is quite gimmicky. Like at the beginning, you only have tier 1 weapons, and then you lower the crane, and then you go over the rooftops, and then you slowly get access to the better weapons and more items, and everyone just camps at that one other rooftop where in campaign mode would usually lead to the apartments, to the office next, right? Now on survival itself, on solo, it's a bit of a hard map, but still kind of doable. But on with a squad, it's just again camping. But it is interesting because when something goes wrong, I've had that happen once, that you kind of have to split up, and like it's fucking intense across the rooftops because you could hang yourself pretty easily or just die from fall damage if you fall down. It's also really sad when you get charged off. I've had that happen once in versus survival by a charger bot. That is not much fun. Now, but other than that, the fun factor of this map is just like a lot. So I personally will put it somewhere over here. Yeah, I like this type of map. Now Dead Air, the construction site, kind of boring. The map is also so small, and then you just camp at the top inside the construction site. I don't know, but it is kind of fun in some way. So I can't really judge this map too much. It's pretty hard on solo. But with a squad, it's again camping, and you can get a high round with this. Um, like it's just it is fun somewhere. I would put this probably somewhere here. Yeah, good one. Dead Air Airport survival map. This one is this one is actually quite fun in a way because you feel secure in that corner. Like you activate the events, and then the thing, the barricade you crash to, you camp in that area. And there's an infinite what was it, M16 or I forgot what the fuck spawns there. There's some sort of infinite weapon spawn. I forgot. Oh my god, so many slow maps. But it is fun. This map is fun somehow. It's fun to camp there, and especially with a squad, you can achieve very high rounds. Although it's always necessary to have like a guy with a shotgun, because my goodness, when the double tanks start spawning, you gotta chip that health down fast, or else you get fucked over. So I would say it's pretty solid overall. I would put it probably here. Yeah, all right. Dead Air Airport finale. Now, survival on this is it's very easy. You just camp. The best camp spot in the map, actually, fun fact, is not like near the plane, but when you go, like, let's say you look from, like, you gotta go into that dark corner next to the huge building. There's a few item spawns there and also a weapon. That's where you camp. It's very easy to camp there. And in solo, this map is quite fun, actually, even though it is hard. I don't know. I find this map, like, with playing solo on it, is fun because usually there's something going wrong. Like you'd always have to adapt on this map. Like this, like the infected don't have too many obstacles on the map. Like okay, the map has a lot of obstacles, but usually or obviously avoid it. They don't climb about over everything. So, but when you play with a squad, it's again the same story, camping in a few spots, and it's quite fun. This map overall, you have a bit of freedom to choose. You can also camp in another spot, even maybe at the safe room if you want to. Actually. Yeah, you cannot. And then that other railing. Alright, so I would say this map is actually pretty fun overall. I would put an A, why not? Now, the Blood Harvest Warehouse. This map is also tiny. I'm gonna just be honest, I haven't tried getting a high record on this map, but I would say, like, I haven't played this map seriously. Only ever played this map as survival, but I didn't really find it much fun. So don't believe my judgment on this map particularly too much. I would just say it's probably a good map. Actually, no, I'm just gonna whatever. I'm just gonna put it in C. Blood Harvest, the train events. Now this survival map is actually quite fun. I don't know why, even though it's like the same story, solo being difficult and having camp spot. This one is just fun because you have like different angles to attack, like defend from, especially like you can either just camp on top of the train, of that one train car at the bottom, or you can try to go up, but then, well, You have the problem of infected sometimes going away around to attack you. And soloing this map is just difficult, but overall I would say it's fun. On versus survival, it's also kind of fun. You could use the tank, the trees to incapacitate people if they aren't careful. It's always kind of funny. I would say it's a solid map overall. Not my favorite though. I would probably put this below here, a little sweet map. Alright, come on. Now, Blood Harvest, the, well, farmhouse. I love this map. It's so fun, honestly. You either just camp in that little, well, what do you call it, barn, the huge barn, or you camp in a house, but that is not really the viable spot. Or you use the god spot, which I don't remember if that works anymore in survival, but it does work on the campaign mode. Now, if that works on co-op, then it should also work in survival. So this map is just fun. It has some spots. It has some tricks you can do. It has a wide open space if you're more casual. On solo, it's also a bit more easy. I would put it in probably one of my favorites actually, but like actually in I don't play this map too often, but when I do enjoy it. I have my fun. But I wouldn't say it's that good, so I would say it's A. Now, the parish, the wedding map. Oh my goodness. The passing, sorry. The passing wedding map. This map is also small, but it is very fun. I don't know why. Having to attack either from both sides or you go to one of the dead ends in the map and camp there. It's really fun. And also on versus survival, it's really nerve-wracking and exciting, especially when you and your teammates know what you're doing and you use the constant shotguns and many of the items and bulgers. Like, it's just a good map overall, even though it is small and difficult. Especially also in solo. I would say it's one of my favorites. It's going to S. Even here, I would say it's fun. Now, Coldstream. Oh, no, this might be a bit controversial, but I love these Coldstream maps. I love these survival maps. They're fun. They're fun. I don't know what it is about them, but on the bridge map, you either camp all the way at the park, at the place with the crashed cars at the end there, because there's infinite SMG spawn and stuff like that, and a few items, or you camp at the top near the bridge at the railings. Both ways are fun. On versus survival, this map is fun. It's kind of gimmicky. It's a wide map, open side everywhere. You can do a lot of damage to the tank from distance. You can abuse the tank's AI if it's in AI to if he crawls up that huge ladder to go up to the railing. And then on this the last stand finale, the Coldstream finale survival map is just also so much fun. You can either decide to camp on the tower with the hunting rifle, or at the other end of the map next to the bunker entrance, there's like that one long way that leads to dead end. That place is also just fun to camp in. I don't know why. And now versus survival, these two maps are just so much fun too, and they're well balanced, I would say. Jace did some good work with these maps. Thank you, Last Stand update. And on solo, these two maps are also quite fun, even if they are difficult. Now, the Last Stand Junkyard, I cannot say much about this survival map, guys, but I can imagine did I even play this on survival? Okay, I did, but I didn't play it like, I only played it for fun, but when I did, well, it's a small map, but usually, you obviously camp, I guess, in the building. I once played with you on the Coldstream Final map. Oh yeah, I think you did. Of course, the Ducky. Was it in an event or for a YouTube video? No. But yeah, Junkyard, I cannot judge this map too much, but I would say just, your average map survival. Since I cannot judge it that much, I can and I can imagine it being a nightmare on solo, so I'm just gonna say it's like C. Probably more fun than the warehouse. Now, the Last Stand Lighthouse is a fun survival map. On solo, it's hard, but when you play with a group and everyone knows what you're doing, you can literally camp on the top of the tower and you can basically block all the places the infected can crawl up to, and that's like fucking OP. As long as everyone makes sure to check for the smokers, like goddamn. But yeah, on solo this map is quite difficult, but like just general this map is fun. On versus survival, the games can end very, very quickly. Because charges, you know, and tanks jump punching the players off the map. So yeah, I would say it's a good map overall. It's probably A somewhere. Probably somewhere here. Yeah, good map. The passing, this map, downtown or whatever you want to call it. Actually, you know what? I might as well look up the name of this map real quick. Ah, yeah, because I did get a high round on this also, very high one. The passing underground. All right, here we go. Yeah, the passing underground is, you could say a big map, but you cannot run loops on it too well. You can, but in my opinion, the more preferable strategy is to just camp. And there is a god spot on the map as well, with pretty much every survival map, to be honest. And the map itself is just fun. You got quite a lot of spots to go to. So I would say I'm putting this one in B. It's average, it's good, but probably below all of, probably here, yeah. Now the passing finale. This is a good survival map. It's fun, even on versus survival. Okay, although versus survival maps on this game and this map end very quickly. The passing finale is quite good for a survival map. You can run circles on as well. Solo is not that difficult, to be honest. It's just like a bigger version of the sacrifice survival map, which, well, it just is a bigger map of that map in general. But yeah, it's well balanced overall. I think it has a good place. Now, yeah, I would put this in A even. I enjoy playing this map every time. I put this like over here. Dark Carnival Motel was a good survival map. It's kind of interesting on versus survival. It's one of the main maps played on the mode, and in survival you don't see it too often, but it is quite cool of the map. You just camp on the roof or at the motel in that one room, but that's more of like if everyone has shotguns, but there's no shotgun spawn in there, so whatever. And yeah, this map is interesting. Like it's just fun. It's like balanced well, and especially on versus survival, the survivors, like, it's balanced well for that mode. Like versus survival, the infected don't have that many places to spawn from, like right next to you, and then there's that one room and the second floor where there's like 3 ball jars. I always use those to blind the tanks. Like this map is just fun. In my opinion, honestly, in S tier. Might be one of my favorite maps even, but I would put it like right here. Okay. Dark Carnival Barnes. I don't like the survival map, guys. I don't like the map also in the campaign. So honestly, like it is playable. Camping on the roof, soloing is. I never soloed this map because I just don't like it. But yeah, I would say it's probably like, I don't know, C, bro. Like, who the fuck cares about this map? Dark Carnival finale. Oh my goodness, this one is a fun survival map, even though it is the same fucking shit. On solo, it's hard, but when you're playing with team or even versus survival, it's a fun map. Like you have this like campaign mode, right? It's like the finale. You have the kick-ass music playing in the background for a bit, and then you either just camp at the top of the military sniper spawn, or you actually try to camp at the top of the medkit spawn there. Okay, yeah, where in the campaign you would have to press the first button. Yeah, I would say it's a pretty good survival map of the overall, after all. I would honestly put it in S somewhere. It's pretty fun. It's just fun. Swamp Fever, the first map. I never thought about this one. I never also played it much for high rounds. I don't know what to think of this map, but I wouldn't necessarily say I always enjoyed it very much, so it's probably a fucking nightmare on solo. Even though I never tried it really on solo, and with a squad, you can probably camp somewhere in one of the houses, I can imagine. So because it is probably a solid map, I would say, I don't know, B somewhere, right? Probably bottom of B, whatever. Now this map I left out because, as I said, I never really played it on survival too much. Really, they kind of like the outlier from me. So I would say, whatever. It's probably a fun map. I don't know what the camping strategy is in this map. I never bothered to look it up much, but it's probably camping at the that shore thingy. Next to the water, right, where the boat comes. So, or at the boathouse even, I don't know, but whatever. Quite an interesting map. I can imagine it being difficult on solo. And versus survival, I think I played it like a few times versus survival, so it was okay. It was okay. I would just put it probably better than this map in B. Because there is like I don't have any survival map that I necessarily hate actually. Or you know what? Actually, I'm gonna think about it. I would actually paste this here. Then I am gonna put, actually, since I don't enjoy this map really, I'm gonna put this soon here. Okay. Now this is my survival tier list of all survival maps in the game so far. Quite a lot of S's. Like I really enjoy a lot more maps than you might think. But yeah, I'm gonna download this image. Right. Here we go. Now guys, this is it for today. Oh my god, I've been live streaming for 3 hours, tier listing, having made 4 tier lists. Crazy. I'm gonna post them all on Discord. And anyways, this is my tier list. I'll probably make maybe another live stream like this somewhere in the future. Yeah, this is about it. Now, I just want to remind you all, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you're curious, you can also join the Discord. We have around over 4,000 members, our growing Left4Dead community. I'm this still gotta come up with a stream schedule. Also, I'm tired. Why? Time flies by, dude. It's 11 p.m. for me. What the hell? My mom already went to sleep. This stream was fun. Thank you, Stream Duck or Robster Duck. Yeah, the stream was also fun for me. I love sharing my thoughts. Although I gotta say, in the first hour, I was really energetic and also nervous because, holy shit, live stream. Always fun to do these. Yeah. I do wonder what else I can rank. Maybe even the finalities individually. Maybe make separate tier lists for the weapons, because some are more better at certain difficulties and modes. And yeah, I am going to rest, and thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Also, if you disagree with me, make sure to leave a comment saying what you would do otherwise, right? Yeah. You can rank all the chapters. True. Individually, that will take a long time, but sure, I made it with survival, so why not?